Okay, this is from Jay for calling Michelle. I'm driving north on, I think it's Highway 19. Anyways, the main highway. You come out of the airport from the rental car, and you'll take a left turn at the signal light, and that's the main drag. They stay on this road the whole way. The whole roads in Hawaii, the main roads, are very good about having mileage markers. So we just passed mileage marker 78, going over a little knoll, and we're going to take a left at mileage marker 76, and 76 is also the entrance to Waikoloa Beach Resort. All the way up from the airport, or most of the way toward the end, you'll see a whole bunch of graffiti of white coral onto the lava. And this is people that just go out there and leave a little message, you know, rest in peace Charlie, or Joe loves Chachi, or something like that. Anyhow, you'll come over a little hill, and on the left, as you approach mile 76, you'll see the big Waikoloa Beach Resort area, all green and lots of buildings, hotels, all kinds of stuff. I'm going to drive you into that just to give you a little familiarity of what you're going to see when you get to the Waikoloa Resort, which is where you're going to be staying. There are a number of timeshares in Waikoloa Beach, condominiums, shopping centers, and whatnot. It's a very nice little complex, and so I'll just kind of show you a quick orientation of what to do when you check in, or when you're coming in to check in. So we're coming up on mileage marker 76. It's there's a sign that says Waikoloa Beach Drive, and the well, you can figure that out, the pronunciation yourself. There's a beach down here. They call it the A beach because it's so complicated to say the words. Anyhow, it looks like we're going to get a green arrow here, which is good. And this is Waikoloa Beach Road. It's almost a big circle to this area. The road is almost a big circle. I'm going to take you the long way around so you can kind of see what to expect. Waikoloa Beach Resort, Waikoloa symbol. Okay. So you see a little bit more green now that you've left the airport. It probably looked like a wasteland coming up here. This first right turn, we aren't going to take it this time, but in the future, if you don't want to go to any of the shops, it's a shorter route to go to either the check-in or even to your unit. So we're just going to follow the road, and as we go, I'll point out some things. At the first stop sign is the east entrance to the Queens Market, which is a pretty nice little shopping center. Queens Marketplace has got a grocery store. It's also got liquor and knickknacks inside. It's got a lot of restaurants, Starbucks, clothing, all kinds of things like that. Very convenient. Prices aren't that outrageous. On the right, you'll see one of the several condominiums that are here. And this is the west entrance to the Queens Marketplace, the next stop sign. It's a fairly new, maybe the last 5 years, shopping center, so it's pretty nice. Now on the right is the east entrance to the King's Shops, another set of restaurants and stores. It's also got a gas station, Shell station right there. This next stop sign is the entrance to little drive that takes you down to the A beach, we call it. Very nice beach, lots of parking, free beach access. There's a nice little lunch and dinner restaurant down there called the Lava Club. Continuing with the King shops on the right here. Very nice area, as you can see. There are numbers of shuttles. This isn't one you'd necessarily take. I don't think it goes by the Bay Club. On your left is the entrance to the Waikoloa Beach Marriott. Nice big Marriott if you want to go and have a drink and look at the seaside. That's a nice place to go. It's not a huge place. And as we go along on the right, you'll see one of the golf courses. Your unit will be backed up right onto one of the golf courses. On your right and your left are two more of the timeshares or condo units. One on the right here, one on the left over there. We've only gone about, third or half a mile. It's not that long a drive. It's just nice and slow. As you can see, it's nice tree lined. The next major item is a huge Hilton hotel that you can see in the distance. It is absolutely big. Even though you're a member of the Hilton, even though the Bay Club's part of the Hilton, you don't get to use all the Hilton facilities. However, it's got a lot of nice restaurants. You'll get a little chit that lets you charge if you want to charge there. But at least you can go into the Hilton, use the restaurants, use the bars, and that's where they have a dolphin show that I took Carrie and the boys to. I don't know that it's worth the price, but you can just walk by and look at the dolphins, and that doesn't cost you anything, so that's kind of fun. All of this on the left is still more and more Hilton. Okay, you'll start, the road will start to take a little rise, and that's kind of important because what you start to see on the right are the units that are part of the Bay Club. That's building number 1. What you'll do is you'll pass 2 entrances. That once you get your key, should work for you to get in. That's one entrance there. Tennis courts. One of the swimming pools, a little putting course if you like to just play at that. A little breezy today, as you can see by the trees. That was the second entrance. Okay, you want to come up to the third entrance because that's the entrance to the Hilton Grand Vacations Club, and you see the big sign coming up here. And this is where you're going to check in. Okay, now I'm going to stop here real quick. If you were to continue up to the stop sign that you may be able to see in the distance, that's the intersection of this road and the road that I pointed out at first that takes you to the right just after you enter the beach resort. So you can see if you can come up to that road, take a left and come down here, it's a quicker trip. So what you'll do is you'll come into the Grand Vacations Club. You'll bear left, and this is the main building for checking in. Nice little breezeway, people there to check you in on the right and left. You walk through there, there's the main pool, which is really nice. You're welcome to use that free any old time. Here's some parking if you can't find a place here. You can keep circling or sneak down to the right for a minute. Okay, after you've checked in, you come back out and take a left. And instead of going back to the main road, which is where we just came in, continue straight, and we'll go past one set of timeshares that aren't yours, but they're just along the way. It's a nicer little drive. And then, as you see, we're coming into the area of the complex that's the Bay Club. And the buildings are numbered descending order. So first on your left is building 10, and you can see the little 10 there. Maybe it's a little glary. There. You might end up in building 10, you might end up in building 9. This is 9. Just south of building 9 is one of the 3 pools. The first pool is the one I mentioned up at the main building. This is the second pool. Then there are a set of smaller buildings. These are, they call them the villas. These are only 2-story. But the problem with the villas is you may get the golf course view, or you may get a view of the road, and I didn't like that. So we passed the villas. And you take a little swerving here. The second pool is the third pool you can use is on your right, and it's also got a hot tub and barbecue area. Then there's building 4 on your left, and opposite building 4 is the activity center. Got a little bar in here for the Bay Club itself. It's an activity center that can talk about what's going on in the area. Tennis courts from the other side, administration buildings. And then we get to building 3. Waiting for traffic here. You may be in building 3. We happen to be in building 2. That's where I'm going to park. And then just a bit farther down the road is building 1. So whichever building you end up in, that's where you park, either this side or the other side. There are luggage carts and elevators in every building. If you don't see a luggage cart, it might be on the 2nd or 3rd floor. If you don't find one there, go to an adjacent building, you'll find one. And that's your introduction to driving into Waikoloa. Like I said, it's a breezy day.